I'm looking down at the bottom right of the screen. I'm at 2,000 calories. I'm going to get back to what my goals are. And I'm at 27% protein, right around 28, 46% carbs, and 26% fat. That's actually a pretty decent day. This is going to the restaurant and drinking a mule, whatever that is, a beer and tequila. Welcome to today's coaching, July 27th, 2020. Always got to start with that little visual key there. Today's topic is on weekends. One thing that I hear on a regular basis is, Esteban, I do so good. And actually, I'm this way as well. I do so good Monday through Friday. Then Friday night comes, Saturday and Sunday, and I get derailed. Like, I just completely get derailed. So what I want to address today is those of you guys that are live today, share your experience on when we fall off the track. Is it typically Friday night, Saturday, Sunday? What's the common theme? And then we're going to collectively create a solution. Once we do it, you'll be like, oh, it's that simple. Once we put it out on the table. So we'll just kind of do, since we've got a more intimate class today, let's go a little bit more popcorn. What do you guys typically experience when we fall off the wagon? Is it Friday nights, Saturdays, Sundays? And I also know this is a loaded question because depending on the time of the year, things are different. Are there football games? Are there weddings? What's going on seasonally? So right now for this season, which per this recording, we're in July, so it's summertime. What are you guys experiencing?
Saturdays. I've been going out camping with the family and taking the camper out, so it's food over a fire. I've been trying to make it a little healthier. The garden's sprouting lately, so we've been able to get like zucchinis and green beans and stuff. But besides that, sausages and beer is definitely a kicker for the weekend camping. That's definitely a tough one.
Got it. Yeah, I was thinking when you said zucchini, I'm like, really? That's not going off the trail there. Beer? Okay, got it. And even sausage. Sausage is one of the proteins. So when you're going off, Zach, what does that mean? Like, how does it show up come Monday morning to you?
Well, I definitely get like bloating is big. And you can definitely tell like the gut swelling and trying to get back to that gut health. But it's definitely the alcohol is my biggest kicker. I don't really see it as much on the scale, but I just feel it. I feel sluggish, and I just feel a little bit more bloated than come Friday when I've been good all week long.
Got it. So for you, this beer, is it coming in the morning, afternoon, or at night?
The side effects or the consumption?
The consumption.
Afternoon, evenings.
Okay, got it. So noon and night. And does this beer have friends, chips, sandwiches, anything that you're aware of that's inflammatory?
Not as consistently, but definitely intermittently, that'll show up. Okay.
So what I want you to think of is the number of beers that you drink. Just don't really say it, but just keep in mind how many that is. For some, it'll be one. For others, it'll be one case versus one can. So we'll talk about portions here slightly. Okay, who else?
Me. Hi.
Hi.
My problem is I can't go number 2 during the weekend.
But what's your cheat? Like, what's the?
Oh, what's my cheat? But like that's my thing. Is I
You're ahead by 1 week on our topic, but thank you.
Okay.
So if you were to go off track in the past, if let's say not now, but in the past, would you notice that it was Friday night, Saturday, or Sunday predominantly? It could be all of it.
It kind of depends on when we do like we usually do like family movie nights, and usually the girls like want pizza, and so
Friday or Saturday.
usually Friday or Saturday night. And
Okay.
normally, not in COVID times, it would be having people over on one of those nights.
So between Friday and Saturday night, so we're looking at evening, which of the two is most common?
Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Friday night, when it is, we're looking at, I heard pizza.
Or down here, a lot of it's been like Mexican food, and I told you this in the past.
Tacos,
and
chips.
chips and queso.
Yeah,
My
quesos.
favorite.
Ah,
Quesos a
My
bitch.
wife could live on chips and queso. If you guys didn't see her playing Selena all weekend, she was definitely all Mexican. Okay. What else? What other friends?
For me, I'll say for me, the way it shows up for me is sleep quality. Like I get super restless when I go off. When I'm eating something that I don't typically eat, it's 100% sleep quality for me that gets disrupted.
Okay. And a good way is if you've got a tracker, it'll let you know your sleep points.
Yeah, but also, I mean, like just tossing and turning and waking up, like, yeah, it's just not sound sleep.
Got it. Cool. Thank you, guys. A couple of other you guys jump on. I've got Friday nights and I've got Saturday from noon and evening. What else have you guys noticed in the past as far as a pattern? I'll do well Monday through Friday, and then I fall off here. When have you guys fallen off in the past? Almost unmuted. There you go.
It's Hannah.
Hey, Hannah.
I feel like for me, it's going to be every other weekend because of Brian's schedule. When he works, I spend my time with my friends. I don't want to be at home by myself, so I'm going to be with my friends who in turn want to go shopping or they want to do something. They want to get dinner. So I make healthier options, but it's definitely not going to, well, I'd make healthier choices, but it's definitely not where it would be if I were to be at home. But Saturday is like my one social day. So I'm not using it as an excuse, but if there's any day that I'm going to stray, it's going to be on Saturdays when I'm with people that are not following a certain plan.
Got it. So I'm glad that you said, I don't want to use it as an excuse. So this is an invitation for those of us watching live and recorded. We get to be detectives right now. So we get to identify, okay, when I fall off, when is it? And what's the environment? So in Hannah's case, I hear two large triggers. One is around certain people. It's not people in general, because when she's with Brian, she behaves a specific way. When she's with a different tribe, the behavior pattern changes. And also the second variable is location. When the location is outside of the home, the behavior is different. So going to what Alex had mentioned was was it when friends were over, Alex? Okay. So if I'm around a certain tribe, then we fall into a pattern. Okay, there's a convenience. We typically make food choices number one out of convenience. Unless you train that mindset, okay, my priority is going to be over, first it's going to come with budget, or first it's going to come with nutrition, or first it's going to come with taste. So we create and we decide what it is versus being in the back seat. Well, I just kind of fell into that. If we fall in the back seat, it's typically convenience and taste. Hence the top 5 foods that we choose to invest in. That's a different topic altogether. But good point there, Hannah, on I don't want to justify it. This is detective wise. So we talked about with Saturday, is that morning, noon, or night for you, Hannah?
It's usually at night.
Okay.
Or maybe for lunch if we're going out all day, but most of the time it's dinner and drinks with friends.
Got it. Okay, I'll do one more and then we'll create the solution. Who else wants to share?
Hey, Esteban.
Yes.
Santa Miner is usually either on a Friday night or a Saturday night when we go to the drive-in.
Ooh.
You got to have the popcorn. You got to have the popcorn.
Okay, so we're looking at movies. So what's more common, Friday night or Saturday night for you guys?
What would you say, Friday? Better both. Yeah, it just depends. If you had to choose.
No, better both.
It just says a little bit of both. I don't know. It's kind of tied.
Okay. Which one do you do more damage in, Friday night or Saturday night?
Depends on what's playing.
I like it. So we're looking at a movie, and there's a ritual that happens when we do the movie, and that's typically for each one of us is different. For me, it's some sort of a drink. I'm not a soda guy, so I typically would have one of the icy things. It's soda and ice. But speaking of justification, I justify it that way. Some sort of candy and a lot of butter with a little bit of popcorn. So that's my movie ritual. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that's the first thing that we do. So I just wrote down a bunch of notes like what's the day? Is it morning? Is it noon? Is it night? So we try and isolate what are the variables that are happening with these habits. So we're going into the mindset. With willpower, we know that willpower is stronger in the beginning of a day than it is later on in the evening. So willpower is being able to say no to any temptation in front of us. If it's not a temptation, there's no willpower there. Over time, it gets weaker. And emotionally, we typically do a reset on a Monday. So it's Monday. I'm focused on whatever it is that you're committed to doing, whether it's a physical transformation or something with work or with school or with family. Monday's my focus day. So knowing that the willpower is going to be weaker on the weekends and also in the evening time versus the morning time. We're less likely to drink the beer, eat the pizza, have the popcorn at 9, 10, 11 a.m. than we are at 8, 9, 10 p.m. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, Zach, when you're camping, but we're more likely to do all of that in the evening versus the morning. So that's when we get to come up with a way to not do as much damage. So I'm completely lost here with what's next because I have a blank. So I'm going to ask for I'll use the word support from you guys. Saturday's the day that was said the most. If I were going to go into Saturday and I don't want to backtrack on the progress that I've done. So this is not 2 weeks from now. I'm choosing to go out with the girls and I'm choosing to have 3 beers and a pizza. This is not something that I planned ahead of time. This is spit. I'm drinking and I'm eating this and I didn't really want to. I feel bad about it, but I'm still doing it and I can't stop. Crap, I'll start over on Monday. So to avoid that, what could we do? Class participation, please.
You could always check menus before you go. I mean, or if you have the option to choose where you're going to eat, you could always check menus before you go and, do your research.
So that's one. And I'm going to stay on that for a second. For some of us, that works. For some of us, that the willpower is higher up. I could look at some options. I could do my research. This is what I'm going to eat. I'll say a lot of times when I've traveled, my willpower was not here. It was more here on this picture. So
Sure.
I only ate half of the dessert and ate 3/4 of the meal, and I took a home box, so I didn't feel as bad. So for some of us, that would work, pre-planning it. For others, it's like Well, shoot, I'm here. And Sarah ordered dessert and Zach ordered a drink, so I might as well do it too. So it will work for some of us. That's one option. What's another option? And it's not all of these were going out to a restaurant. However, all of these were not at home. So it was a different environment. That is true. Except for the pizza night. Pizza night with the Grumman's, that was at home.
One thing that I've done in the past is that I used to keep have a serving of protein shake with me. So like I went out with some girlfriends and they got ice cream and I was like, phooey, I don't want to screw myself too hard. So I'm going to have a protein shake with them while they have a milkshake or an ice cream or whatever.
So what I'm hearing you say, Alex, is having a meal replacement shake prior to the event?
No, while they were eating,
In
that's what I had.
In place of the event. So similar to what your husband said, if I've got the willpower, I could do that. Without a doubt. So if I have the know-how to take that shake with me, awesome. If I don't, I'm going to invite that we still do what Alex said before I go. So if I go to a restaurant and my blood sugar's level and I'm content, I'm not going to say full because the shakes really don't get me full. I just feel content. Even like when I do a detox and I'm like, I'm really not hungry. I can't ever say that I was full on a detox. I'm just content and not craving anything. So if I were to have my meal replacement shake prior to going to the restaurant, I am going to be, my willpower is going to go back up and I'm going to be able to do what Daryl had suggested, to where I'm going to order this instead of that, where I'm going to gain 5 to 6 pounds just from this one meal alone. So that's a good one. Meal replacement shake. I love it. What else?
I actually, on Saturday, my friends are sick of hearing me talking about the meal plan and everything that I'm doing, but we went to Columbus, and so we had a pretty far drive, and on the way there, we were trying to figure out, because we knew that we were going to be there, we knew we were going to get dinner, we all threw out options, and I chose the one that would have, like, the best option for me to still be somewhat within my meal plan. And so we decided that the next weekend that we're getting together at my place, and I get to make one of my fun dishes that I've been making that they haven't had yet. So instead of like conforming to what they're doing, I'm having them basically join my tribe and get them into what I'm doing.
That's powerful. So what you did is you switched the hat on who controls a tribe.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. So there's another option right there. It's saying you guys get to join my tribe now. And that's what's awesome about every single person that's on this screen, whether you're watching the recorded video or live video, is we're part of a tribe where it's like, hey, let's support each other. Because at the end of the day, we're not doing this so we can slide backwards on a weekend. Again, if you choose ahead of time, say, hey, once a month, I'm having the pizza night with the girls, whether the girls are your kids or your friends, but you're choosing to do that. Then down the road, it's let me make a wiser option versus something that's going to sabotage an entire month. That's different versus, oh, junk, I'm hungry, what's convenient, and what's going to hit my emotional taste bud right now. So good work with that, Hannah. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to shift channels, and I'm going to share my screen, and we're collectively going to create a menu plan for a weekend. So I'm going to show you how you can do this with your own programming, and I know I'm going into Saturday. Saturdays seems to be the day. I know I'm going into Saturday, and Saturdays have been historically tough for me. However, if I have a game plan for me to follow, there's a higher probability for me to execute that. A lot of times in life in general, we fall off or we're completely lost because there's no game plan. And this is where it doesn't matter what transformation program we're on. typically when we join a transformation program, there's some sort of a game plan, and that's when we see fantastic results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you by sharing my screen how you can create your game plan for whatever event is coming up. So let's go here, and we're going to do this together. You guys will give me feedback. Can you guys see my screen? Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so here's my dotFIT account. Yay, I'm staying ahead of the green line. So emotionally for me, this means a lot to stay ahead of that green line. And if I go off of it, I get to come back on. So I'm going to go to foods, scroll down all the way to menus, and I'm going to create a weekend menu. So by wave of hands, how many would say that alcohol could be part of that weekend when we fall off? Just kind of shake your hand. Okay, I know Zach is because he mentioned that. Okay, so we've got at least half. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click night out. Then, so here's a meal template created by the registered dietitian. I'm going to customize it, and I'm going to say Esteban's Saturday night. Got it. So that's what I'm calling it. What would be ideal for me first meal of the day? There we go. Unmute and you guys help me out with this. How can I get my nutrients in right away?
A glass of suja.
Suja. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it veggie drink. I don't believe I've got suja in this one.
Yeah, I think it's mixed vegetable and fruit drink in dotFIT.
There you go. If you guys see it on the screen, let me know. Is it drink or juice, Hannah?
Try juice. Try mixed veggie and fruit juice.
Oh, here it is. I see it. All right, so I typically have 2 servings of this. Okay, cool. So there's my breakfast. And I'm taking the skim milk out. Got it? Okay, middle of the day. What would be a wise thing for me to do?
Grill up some chicken.
I'm prepping for falling on my face later on, so I want to avoid a face slam.
Grill up some chicken.
Chicken, okay. What am I going to have with the chicken?
A kale salad with tomatoes and strawberries.
Awesome. All right, minimum 4 ounces. All right, I'm taking this meal replacement out. Did you guys see my wife? She just snuck in. You're gonna. This is being recorded. Sneak in here and say hi. Right there. Look at that green dot. She's so cute.
Love you.
You're 100% being recorded. So the best thing for you to do is text me if you want to have a conversation. All right. So I'm gonna add. What am I adding? Kale or spinach to this?
Why not both?
Okay. So I'm going to do kale and spinach. Oh, I like how that's coming up. There we go. So I'm going to go 2 cups. I made a salad with kale earlier today. I probably put 3 cups in it, and I'm like, yep, that was good. All right, and then let's go the kale. There we go, cup. That's a lot, but okay, we'll do 1 cup there. Lunch. Okay, so then I'm gonna do like mixed berries, and then we'll call it a day with this one. Red berries, walnuts, just mixed berries. There we go. Lunch cup. Yeah, you guys go ahead and unmute your phone so we can chit chat openly. All right. What else do you foresee with this one? Chad, only one of you guys do it though, because I was going to say we're echoing with the sound since you guys are next to each other. Anything else on this lunch? Nope. Okay, cool. All right. I'm still lost. So what's next? We know the evening is going to be the tough one. What's going to keep me from doing something unwise at night?
Shake.
The shake. Alex said it earlier. So lean MR. And I am not going to hold back. I'm going to go for a full 2 scoops, which is one of their servings. I'm going to do that before dinner. I'm going to do an afternoon snack. And I'm going to go ahead and say I'm adding a banana to this. Banana.
Banana.
That's when you know you have kids.
I don't know what our excuse is then.
I did it too. We were just on mute.
Banana. Okay, cool. All right. So we know that if I were to have my shake and like I'm sticking to my times with this, I'm going to make a wiser option at night. However, I'm going out with the guys. I'm going out with the girls. Am I going to have beer or wine? Yes, I already know it. It's totally going to happen. So here's what we're looking at. How can I step off the main highway but still be real close to it? So let's see. What do we have here as far as alcohol? What's Esteban going to have? Beer or wine?
White Claw.
Yeah.
I don't drink. My son was asking me this weekend. He's like, Dad, the wine bottles you've had for like years. I'm like, I know. It's decoration.
Oh, Moscow Mule. Ooh.
There we go. I don't know what that is, but it sounds really cool. Mule.
Delicious.
Is it on here?
I can't see it.
Would that be like beer? If you guys are watching this live and you're like, haha, that's funny, and whatever. I don't know.
It's
Just tequila, lime, and...
You know what? I'm going to have a beer and tequila. How about that?
Okay.
Dang.
gut, so
Right. So we got beer there. And then tequila. Tequila, just the thought of tequila makes me sick. Tequila, 80 proof. There we go. Isn't that like, would that kill you?
80.
No.
No. My bad. All right. So one, is that right? Like 1.5 ounces? Is that, how many would I have? Would it be 1 or 2?
1.5 is pretty a good shot.
One.
Shot is 1, right?
Okay. So this is going to, again, I don't want to mess up my weekend. So I have 1 there. There we go. And I'm making a wiser option. So I'm going to the restaurant or the movie theater. What am I gonna eat? That's wise. That's the key thing here. We're already pre-planning it.
Better bring it with us.
What did you say?
I said we'd have to bring ours with us.
Here's my popcorn. Oh, that's right, because you guys are in the.
Protein bar. That's what Chad and I would have, was a protein bar.
Can you
So-
not put popcorn?
I could put popcorn in there too. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the dinner in place of the popcorn.
I feel like but should be illegal.
The popcorn.
I didn't hear what you guys said. All right, Let's give me a dinner, guys. We're going to a restaurant. Give me a dinner.
Steak.
Steak?
Yeah.
What restaurant?
Mm,
I want to find something that's popular. That's still
Longhorn.
Outback.
Outback. There we go.
Oh, not bad.
Outback. Signature steak. Outback. 6 ounce.
That bloomin' onion. If you're going to Outback, you got to get that.
All right. So we'll put blooming onion and see what happens.
Hang on.
Okay. Here we go. That's without sides now. We gotta have a side.
Sweet potato as a side.
Outback blooming onion, 6 servings. I have 6 servings. We'll find out. We'll find out here in a second if I'm gonna have 6 servings. 6 servings? No. No. Did you guys see that? It's 2,000 calories for 6 servings.
Woo!
How much is a serving?
I don't know. Let's find out here. Order 6 servings. Okay. Holy cow. So we're gonna have. I guess it's 6 servings in an onion.
Yeah, it's an appetizer. So
One
that's,
person's not gonna eat the whole.
Yeah.
So let's go 0.2. See what happens. So that is 1/5. Holy cow. Okay, so we had some blooming onion. Let me do a side. So side like mushrooms if I'm having steak. Portobello grilled. Cup slices. Sure. Dinner. All right. And now, so the challenge is whenever they put sauces, whenever you get to a restaurant. So I'm going to say A1 steak on the side. And here's where you find out, do I do it? Do I not do it? A1 original steak, 1/2 ounce, boom, dinner, boom. Okay. So if we take a look at this, guys, caloric wise, we're not bad at all. I'm looking down at the bottom right of the screen. I'm at 2,000 calories. I'm going to get back to what my goals are. And I'm at 27% protein, right around 28, 46% carbs, and 26% fat. That's actually a pretty decent day. This is going to the restaurant and drinking a mule, whatever that is, a beer and a tequila. So am I doing things that are gut-centric? No. However, am I still being culturally social, eating from a restaurant, eating an appetizer, and still having alcohol and maintaining the macronutrients 100%? The calories 100%. I'm going to see what my plan is. So overview. It'll be calorie goal is going to be here on the left. 2,000 calories a day. So I'm spot on. I'm right on the money. So I'm going to go back to food menus. Esteban Saturday night. We did it on our custom menu. So this is something that you guys can do. Call it whatever you want. I could call this my Outback Saturday night. So I start off with high nutrients. I have a good gut-centric lunch. I have a lean meal replacement. It's got the great fiber. It's got the great protein in there. So I know I'm already going to walk content into dinner. I'm not going to walk in starving. It's pre-planning to make wiser options. And for dinner, I'm having a good steak. I'm eating the appetizer, having my alcoholic drinks. Boom, win. So let me stop sharing. Awesome. Okay, round robin. What are your takeaways from this? And is this, 2 things, what's your takeaway? And is this something that you believe you can execute on your own? Sarah, I'm picking on you first.
Yeah, I could do that. It's all about planning ahead for me.
Wow. Did you receive my text for you to respond that way? That was perfect.
No.
Good. So what obstacles does anybody else see, and what is the takeaway? that you're like, oh, okay, what's an aha of this coaching call? Hannah, somebody's at your door. It's pizza.
It's the dog drinking out of trying to drink out of the sink.
That'd be so perfect if we're doing this call one time and somebody has pizza delivered. I'd be like, yes!
I'm spreading imitation crab for the entire call for our sushi bowls for later.
That's awesome. So funny. Okay, so we'll do 2 more comments on takeaway on what we just did. How is that going to support you moving forward for your next weekend?
So I'll say my takeaway is that every day we get to plan, and it's not that we don't get to have time off. Like, we definitely get to have our moments off, but as long as we plan around it, that we can limit the impact to falling off, I guess. Like, we control that.
Love that. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, a great point is our body really doesn't care whether the calendar says Monday or Saturday. Whatever we're consuming, we're going to have an immediate response to it. So it's not a good response. It's not a bad response. It's that response. We talked about feedback with how our body's physically showing up. Now that the way it's showing up, we have an adverse effect, or we have an effect of how we feel emotionally, and we get to physically do so. That's a great point. We get to plan every day. One more, and then I'll spend 4 minutes answering any additional questions outside of this topic. And you guys enjoy your Monday night.
So, it's Zach. So for me, I mean, it's with a lot of things, it's all about being proactive instead of being reactive. So, and I think that's something that we can take into most everything, our workouts and our prep. So, for me, I think just a reminder of that mindset is huge.
I like that, Zach, and I like how you put it into the workouts, because it's so true. In this coaching call, we're talking about food. We're talking on the nutrition portion. The same holds true when we walk into the gym, and it's like, what are you doing today? I walked in. Here's my key tag. So without a program, without a plan in mind for the day, for the week, we get the results that we didn't have a plan. So, Zach, I love that analogy. The fitness is exactly the same thing as the nutrition. You walk in with a plan, you get to execute that plan. Cool. Great points. I'm going to mute, and I'll have open forum for any additional questions. Is that candy that you've got there? That looks like cotton candy. I totally got distracted.
No, they're suckers. They're for my daughter's birthday party next weekend.
I want to go to that birthday party. Are you kidding me? That's so cool.
We got suckers.
Woo! Cool. All right. What questions do you guys have?
Mine's not a question, but it kind of relates to what Zach was saying. We didn't really touch base on workouts as well, but when Brian and I know that we're going to go out to dinner, my dog's squeaking a toy. Whenever we know that we're going out to dinner, we're going hard on cardio that day to make sure that we're burning a lot more calories. Not that we're going to make up for it, but it makes us feel a little bit better to know that we're getting in the gym and we're burning those calories, so that we're not going to be in, as I guess we want to be in, more of a deficit for it.
That is a little effective.
Yeah.
If I could measure it, it's because our body goes beyond calories in and calories out. If we're consuming things that have an adverse effect to us, that's going to be 100% irrelevant. However, the mindset that we typically go into, if I'm going out with my friends, or if I'm going to an event and there's the buffet of everything that's temptatious in front of me, if I just had a kick butt workout, again, the mindset's different for everybody. Some of us would be like, I am not going to ruin what I just did. Others go into mindset of, well, I burned 1,000 calories in the machine, so that means I could have 1,000 calories of goodies. Just as long as we're aware that the math is never equal that way. I like heavier workouts because it will support getting back on track quicker post whatever it is that we do. So that's a great way to go into whatever funky day you're going to do. Good. Alex is gone, so she can't ask the question. And there's no Olivia asking a question today either. Nope. All right, 15 seconds for the last question. The one that you're thinking is the last one. Go ahead and unmute and speak up. That was it. That was a great question. Cool. Thank you guys again for joining. Any topics that you guys want to see in the future weeks, shoot me a message on it, and then we can address that as well. So the three main areas that we always stay on is the mindset, nutrition, and fitness. And as we're seeing in this forum, I'm going to blend to whatever organically happens. In these past 8 weeks, it's been more on the nutrition and the mindset side. Zach kind of creaked open the door there with the fitness, so we can completely address that as well moving forward. Cool. I'm about to make some oil-less fried chicken. I might show a video of that. I'm going to, for real fried chicken. Gerald and Alex have experienced this with 0 oil added to it. So good. Fried chicken for dinner. That's the way to do it. Peace, 3-piece, whatever. Peace out. You guys have an awesome night.
See ya.
If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe and that notification bell. So as soon as I post any of the coaching, you're up to date with the mindset, nutrition, and fitness coaching that I've got on this channel. See you in the next video.